So rolling up your towel and then lying back with it up your spine. Oh, I can feel my vertebrae going click, 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 which is quite nice. And you can prop your head if you prefer. It's not about the neck so much as to open across the front body. Let the shoulders, the arms hang either side. And you can firstly have the feet a little wide, knees knocked together. And really, as you use the exhale, really allowing the body to soften, drape itself. And then if you want to deepen a little, just straighten the legs, let them relax. You'll feel more of a arc in the lower back. Okay, and then rolling to one side. We're going to come onto hands and knees. Tabletop. We're going to articulate the spine. So in tabletop, you're going to stay neutral, meaning hips aren't tipped up or tucked under, neutral spine. Push through the palms, straight arms. So feel your back rounding, shoulder blades sliding around the side of your ribs. So having that, engaging your core, but having that slight drawing apart of the shoulder blades, and then letting that go. So keeping the spine neutral, keep the navel tucked in, and let your chest sink down between your straight arms. So the scapula, the shoulder blades are drawing together. And then again, pushing the floor away, rounding out between the back. Just doing that a few times. You might not understand where we're going with this. So it's just practicing a little to move the shoulder blades. As you sink your chest down, shoulder blades drawing together. And then straightening the arms, puffing out between the shoulder blades so they pull apart. Okay, then walk your hands forward. Tuck your toes tucked under. You're going to come up into down dog. Just feel into that a little. You can roll your knees under you, let the hips rotate a little. Press through the heels, feel the calves, the backs of the thighs. And then we're going to do the down dog to plank ripple. So in down dog, lift up onto your toes and just feel your head is going to come up last. You're rolling forward into plank. And then the head comes up, feel that squeeze of the inner thighs, and then lift the hips up, squeeze the thigh muscles, coming back towards down dog, heels come down, thigh bones back, and just coming forward a few times. So really using the core. Head comes up last, and then hips coming up, draw the navel, pelvic floor in, back to down dog one more time. Just feel that wave through the spine. Okay, settle into down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. And then your hip opener, so bending the right knee, roll it up to the ceiling. So you're looking under the right armpit, but the toes are drawing down behind you, lowering the left heel towards the mat. And then rolling back, that knee back down, come back into down dog. Other side, left leg lifts. Bend the knee. Roll the knee up to the ceiling, opening through the hip, drawing the right heel down. And then coming back to down dog. Walk your feet towards your hands. And slowly coming to stand. Standing in mountain for a moment. Shrugging the shoulders, rolling them back. And then the other way, shrugging them up to the ears, but drawing the arms forward. And then inhale, lift your arms up. We're going to take opposite hand to wrist, lift up, lean over to the side. Really pulling the wrist, stacking the shoulders, letting the hips press to one side. Change sides, lifting up, side bend. Not just forcing the hips out, it's like a lengthening of the body and then releasing the hips to the side. Okay. Sun salute A, but we're going to pay attention to the drawing down of the tailbone when we come into crescent lunge, high lunge, so that we can really feel a stretch through the front of the hip. Okay. Standing in mountain, inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, and pause here a moment. Really feel the backs of the thighs as you engage the core, lift the kneecaps, and then bend your knees. Come down through Chaturanga. Inhale to Cobra. Exhale to Down Dog. Taking another couple of breaths here. And then inhaling, right leg lifts, bring the right foot between your hands. You're going to come up into crescent lunge, so feet hip distance apart. Come up, sink the right knee down. Oh, don't know what happened to the screen there. Hope you can also see me. So bend the back knee, bring your hands to your hips. So you're up on the back toes. And you want to draw that knee down, draw the tailbone down. And it's a gentle press of the glutes, but we're building length and strength in the front of the hip flexor. And then standing all the way up, straight legs, up on the balls of the back foot. And then again, sinking down. So right knee over right ankle, but drawing the left knee down towards the mat. Draw the tailbone down. And then inhale, squeeze. So not quite locking the front knee out, you come into down once more. It's feeling that action of, even though we're in a lunge, we're drawing the tailbone down, feeling more of a lengthening in the front of the thigh. Inhale to lift, exhale, step forward to Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, bring your arms up, palms to touch, look up. Exhale, Uttanasana fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga. But don't rush it. Remember, it's a pose in itself before you hit the mat. Lowering down, inhaling to Cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes. Lift your hips into Down Dog. Take 3 breaths here. And then inhaling, lifting the left leg up, open through the hip. And then we're going to bring the left foot between your hands, come up into crescent lunge. Left knee over, left ankle, hands to hips. Draw the tailbone down. So before, as you start to bend that back knee, tailbone drawing down, sink the hips. So we're not going all the way down with the back knee, but just feeling that drawing down of the tailbone. Feel the extra length that's coming into the front of the right thigh. And inhale. Squeeze muscle to bone, come to straight legs. And then again, dipping down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. And then step forward, come to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart. We're going to now come into eagle pose, Garudasana. So standing with feet hip distance apart, bring your hands to your hips to start. You're going to lift the left knee up, point the left toe, slide the shins together, and then you're going to tuck, bend the standing leg, tuck the left foot behind, or just point the toe down and squeeze the shins towards each other. Sink your hips a little more. If you can, at the same time, take the arms wide, and then bringing right arm across left, squeeze the elbows, lift them to shoulder height. And then exhale, you're going to release the knee and step back to high lunge. How did we all do with that? Again, it's slight bend of the back knee, draw the tailbone down, and then lift the elbows up, look up, and then exhale. You're going to drop the back heel down, take the arms wide into warrior two. Then coming into triangle, Trikonasana. Draw up through the left thigh, the front thigh. Take the back hip back, reach forward and tip. Again, thinking of the action through the hips, so not forcing the hips forward with the glutes, but squeezing the glutes, almost rolling the left buttock under slightly, and then lift up through the top hand. Exhale, hands to hips. Turn your feet parallel, and then bring your legs, your feet back to hip distance apart. So we're going to go other side. So it's eagle on the other side. So standing nice and tall, inhale, bringing the leg up, sliding the shins across each other so the knees are hugging together, tuck the foot and sit down. So here it's like the tailbone wants to go back a little as you come down, but squeeze the thighs, take the arms wide, and this time it's left over right. Bring the elbows up to shoulder height. Draw the hips back. Keep bending through the standing leg. And then keeping the arms as they are, you're going to lift the top leg, step back, warrior two legs. Take the arms wide. Look over the front hand. And then inhale to Trikonasana, triangle. And then exhale to tip. Lean back, roll the right buttock under, really drawing up through the kneecaps. Inhale, arms come wide, hands to hips, turn the feet parallel, and then bring feet together, give the legs a little shake. And then from the front of the mat, bend your knees, fingertips down, take the right foot back, runner's lunge, pause here a moment. So rather than just sinking heavily down, we want tone through the body. So squeeze the thigh muscles, lift your chest, draw your shoulder blades down your back, and you feel like the thighs are squeezing to the midline. Then drop the back knee into low lunge. Flatten the foot, and then instead of trying not to come up using the thigh, so squeeze the thighs to the midline, activate the core, reach the chest up, sweep your arms up, draw the shoulder blades down your back, and then come back so the right knee is over the right hip over the right knee, and then draw the tailbone down. If you bring your hands to hips, draw the tailbone down like we're doing standing, and then draw the hips forward. So we're not just releasing the squeeze of the thigh muscles, the drawing down of the tailbone. So just gently, you're not forcing that, but then rocking forward slightly, but keeping that strength through the core, the thigh muscles. And then exhale, palms down, tuck the right toes under, step back to down dog. Lift the right leg up for your hip opener, bend at the knee, roll the knee up, lower the left heel, and then come back to down dog. Take a breath here. Inhale, right leg lifts, bring the right foot between your hands. Runner's lunge. Squeeze thighs to the midline. Reach the chest forward. And then drop left knee down. Draw the arms up. And then exhale, hands to hips. Take the hips back over the back knee. Activate the core, tailbone draws down. And then bring the hips forward. Just keeping the tailbone drawing down. And then exhale, palms down. Step back to down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, open through the hip. Exhale, down dog. Then rocking forward into plank. Hug shins in, hug forearms towards each other. And then drop your knees, come into child's pose. Completely relax, let the elbows come down. And then coming forward to sit. Resting your hands in your lap or on your thighs. Press through your sitting bones, lift up through the chest. Close your eyes. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling completely. Bring your palms together at your heart center, lowering your head and opening your eyes. Namaste.